Hello everybody, and welcome back to Fate in Your Paws, where a lot's been happening behind the scenes. Didn't start off that way. Things were kind of slow going for a while, and now there's a lot. So, I'll show you what happened, and I'm not sure how long this episode is going to end up being. It could be super long, it could be super short, depending on how much after everything that happened in the time skip I actually decide to share with you. First things first, settings got messed with when I loaded up the game for the first time, so I had to really try and fix everything. If anything seems a little off, I'm sorry. I did my best to try and copy over as much as I knew I had to, but I can't guarantee things are still going to be the same in this or my other Sims 3 saves because Sims 3 apparently got messed with. Maybe that's also why I can't load Wolf Quest. Maybe something happened in Steam. I don't know. But right now I also noticed that you have a lot of lifetime points, meaning that we can go ahead and let's give you Super Smart Pet. Why not? I feel like that's fitting for Pinecone. So is there anybody else who could use a little bonus? I've given a few cats bonuses. Skunk Stripe got 2, you can see. Actually, Wolfstar. Why don't we give you Alpha Pet? I think that's good for you. You guys are playing, right? Yeah, it should be just playful. Should be fine. Okay. And Randomizer says, Shell Dapple talks to Wavekit about what life will be like when they grow up. Okay, well Shell Dapple just woke up and is eating a cardinal. But Wavekit, meanwhile, is heading over to go use the dirt place, and so are the other kids, actually. A lot of cats tend to gather here. I'm wondering if I should move the dirt place around to somewhere like around here so that the cats can kind of like gather in the main area instead of all the way off to the side. I don't know. I kind of like that it's a little bit hidden and off to the side is my thing. Oh, there's Wavekit. Okay, why don't you go ahead and have your little chat. Talk about what life is going to be like when Wavekit grows up. What is Wavekit's interests, anyway? Wavekit wants to visit all the other clans. Interesting. Okay. So I think Shell Dapple might want to like chat about like what Wavekit's dreams are of the future and what does Wavekit expect out of life? Sort of deal. So the question is, beyond visiting the other clans, because I think like Wavekit, like right now it is just like a curiosity. Like I'm very curious what all the other clans are like, but what does Wavekit like, as a kit, what are Wavekit's like exact thoughts on like what will life be like when he grows up? Because he's a cat of Den Stormblood, and the cats in Ruin Clan do hold like the noble lines in pretty high regard compared to some of the other clans. Well, Echo Clan also does, but Wild Clan not as much. Someone's doing some hunting, it sounds like. And you're off to go and chat with Skunk Stripe. That's fine. You know what's kind of funny? I'm going through all of the cats, and it's the middle of the day and all the cats are asleep, which feels pretty realistic. Well, yes, the kids too. I mean, Pinecone's about to wake up because she decided to take a nap even earlier. But in general, all the cats decided to take a nap in the middle of the day. That just feels realistic to me, you know? I'm pretty, like, my cat's Axel is currently asleep. He was actually asleep in the bathroom earlier because like that's where his food is, and he has special food to treat his kidney issues. And Simba, we're about to put him on some food for urinary issues instead. So we can't let them eat each other's food, and they keep trying to do that. But he was in the bathroom because we have him eating his food in there, so Simba can't get to it. And he was asleep in there, so I just kind of like scooped him up and brought him into my room, and he just went over to cat tree to fall asleep. Middle of the day. Simba is curled up behind me, not asleep, but just curled up. Hi. This is just the time of day when cats sleep. Oh, and Pinecone's awake. Yeah, go take care of yourself before that hunger turns yellow. I'm also going to take a look at an event, try and randomize one. Thornstripe talks to Frostheart about a potential crush. Thornstripe, is this you having a crush on someone? Or are you asking if Frostheart has a crush, in which case, like, Frostheart is already with Pinecone? Maybe, who does Thornstripe have a crush on? I'd like to know your guys' opinions, but first, Thornstripe is here. Frostheart is off to go and use the dirt place tunnel, but you don't need to. I'm gonna wait till you're a little bit more out in the open, though. And Thornstripe wants to go and talk to you, so... Who do you have a crush on, Thornstripe? I'm gonna have you guys chat for a little bit. And what are your relationships? Okay, your strongest one is with Skunkstripe. You're also good friends with Pinecone, who is already mates with Frostheart. You get along with Wolfstar and Bristlebolt, Shelldapple, and then you're not quite friends with Frostheart, but I guess you're just kind of offhandedly mentioning it, I guess? Maybe you're just close enough that you feel comfortable talking with Frostheart because maybe he's got an unbiased opinion? I don't know. Let's see, then there's Sandwich, and after that, you've met Violet Star. You've barely spoken to Coast Tail, huh? Or maybe I'm surprised you haven't spoken to Coast Tail. I feel like you've had the wish to do that. Oh, and you also want to playfully chase Frostheart. So at the very end, I'll let you do that. But I do wonder, who do you have a crush on, not Frostheart, Thornstripe? I feel like that's who this has gotta be when it comes to potential crush. Because I kept that one vague on purpose, so that it could be an either-or situation. Like, one cat is like, a cat is speaking to another cat, whoever they may be. In my opinion, it has to be either Skunkstripe or Shelldapple, but it could also be any other cat that you've met. And you've met quite a few. Also, is Coast Tail the only one in the clan you're not close with? Because it feels like everybody else... Or I guess you don't like Sundance, but that's to be expected. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So... y'all tell me who you think Thornstripe's got a crush on. Okay, I just saw, like, somebody running by, and I was like, that looks a little bit like Frostheart. Except Frostheart was already over here and is walking right past where we have Kingfisher, a rogue, running by. What are you doing here? Where are you going? Doesn't look like you're heading into... Are you heading into our camp? Okay, you're not. Where's Sundance? Apparently waiting to be nuzzled. I don't think you would accept a nuzzle. Pinecone is out here. I think you'd probably catch a glimpse of Kingfisher, not gonna lie, because that is kind of the reason I designed this camp to be the way it is. It looks like you just did come down from up here anyway, which would give you a pretty good view of the territory, and maybe you'd be able to see that's a stranger, that's someone who shouldn't be here. You'd probably also catch the scent. Would you immediately fight? I'm gonna do Sniff first, and then we're gonna try and chase off Lot and see what happens. I do think... I don't like to just immediately do fight, because that's more likely to get cats hurt. But I do think you would not be happy to see Kingfisher here. Kingfisher is a handsome little cat, though. Look at you. Kingfisher is also just a cat of my creation. I think I specifically made Kingfisher for this world as well, if I'm not mistaken. I could also be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that you're a cat that I made just for this world. So Sniff, and then we can hiss at. And, yep, immediately launched into a fight. That figures. Okay. And Wolfstar's like, whoa, what's happening here? Okay, maybe Wolfstar's not happy either. Alright, well, it doesn't look like you're hurt. Oh, you are just a little hurt. It doesn't look like Kingfisher's hurt, though, so... Can we... I think that's enough to send Kingfisher running away. So we'll just say, go home. Take care of yourself. Wolfstar, I think you're going to want to speak to Sundance about this. Just kind of... sort of just kind of tell off Sundance a little bit. Well, maybe not tell him off, but like also just kind of say like you just immediately leapt to fighting him without trying to like send him away first. To be fair, the option chase from Lot did not pop up, but Sundance is a very interesting cat in my opinion. I kind of love him. But we do need to get you looked at shortly. Skunk Stripe, you're awake? Yeah. After this... yeah, after you're done chatting, I'm gonna have you come over here and speak to Skunk Stripe. Okay. In an interesting twist, I was just checking on WildClan to see if the kits are born yet. They're not born yet, but I was also just kind of like seeing who's got mates, and I saw Beanstalk has a mate. Or not family funds, it's the wrong thing. Like, if I look at Partner Pollinate, it lets me know who in this clan has a mate. And I noticed all the Wild Clan cats, and then Rogue. There's Rogue here named Cerberus. Interesting, okay. What's Cerberus doing here? I go to look at, family tree for Beanstalk, though, because Beanstalk's actually part of this clan. And it says Beanstalk's mate is Cerberus. Did Cerberus join, or is Cerberus here to, like, to mate with Beanstalk, or something like that? I don't know. Interesting. Oh, wow, that's... I know that they're not, like, romantically in love, but part of me is like, oh, that's adorable. Like, they're just kind of, like, sleeping, like, really close to each other. Maybe you're just kind of concerned. I think that, like, there is, like, a certain closeness. They're not even friends, are they? No, they're not even friends. But there is, like, they're raising kids together, so I think that there is, like, a certain sort of closeness that they feel towards each other, despite them being emotionally distant. It's kind of like this weird sort of, I wish you could have, like, more dynamic relationships and hello? Bristlebull, what are you? Are you hissing at the bed? Why? I get so confused by the cats sometimes. Oh, and Webkit I just rolled is is yellow, but Webkit is also sickly. I haven't rolled yet. I said rolled, but I was like looking at my notes and it says Webkit, sickly. So I was like, oh yes, I rolled that ages ago. But if I look at sickly kit, major ailment, magic poisoning. What's the, how do you cure that? What would I have as the cure? Illnesses and cures. There was something for this under like nausea and poisoning. 3 green crystals or 5 midnight beans. Do we have midnight beans? You're not even awake, or no, you are awake. You're about to go to sleep, but you don't have time for that. What do we have? We have Kona beans, cortado beans, 3 Maui beans. We don't have crystals. Okay. You take care of yourself urgently, but Skunk Stripe, I need to send you on patrol with someone. Sandwich, you're right here. Talk with Sandwich really quick. And then you two are gonna go urgently looking for whatever herbs you can. I think we'll find the stuff we need along the border with Echo Clan. So we're gonna urgently come here with Sandwich as soon as you can. Magic poisoning, by the way, it says, is an illness that's caused by prolonged magic exposure. So what magic have you been exposed to, and why is it causing an issue? Is that, maybe that's part of like why you're sickly, is like there was some magic exposure. Your mom has, like, I wondered if Coast Tail might have magic, because that blue tail kind of indicates some sort of magic exposure in her genealogy. And then Sundance has those colorful freckles. They're very faint, so you can't really notice them all that well, but they're like purple and red, and Webkit has those same freckles. Might be easier to notice on you because you're in here. You've also got the blue tail. But yeah, you've got the purple freckles and the blue tail. Maybe like physically you like are manifesting that some sort of magic exposure in your blood, but at the same time, physically you can't handle it? That could be it. I don't know. What do you guys all think? I've also just come to a realization that I did not realize because I've never played with crystal plants before. Emotional charge, neutral, at 0%. The thing about crystal plants is that they need emotional charge to change color. We can't do that with cats. Unless... Is there a way for me to... I don't think there is, but if there was... Alright. I've messed with Retuner in a way I don't know if it's gonna work. I need to save my game just in case this is gonna crash horribly. But I've messed with Retuner, looked at object and looked at crystal plant, and I set it so that cats should be able to give them a charge. No idea if this is gonna work. No idea. I have a feeling that the game could crash, which is why I'm saving, but I'm gonna test it anyway. Because if this doesn't work, I might have to tweak the rules, because I'm not gonna have my sim going around to every lot every single day to charge plants. But if the cats can charge the crystal plants, then that could also give us some incentive to try and mess with stuff. Let's go ahead and see if this works. This could also just give us a routing fail. That's best case scenario, I think, is a routing fail. Otherwise, we might just change anything that says specific color crystal plant to Ah. Demon cat. Yes, sure. This might as well happen. I don't think this is gonna stop. Oh! You know what? Let's try again, or... It's taking in all the emotion it can for now. You know what? I'm gonna count this for now. But... I think that is something we're gonna have to do. And I think it's something that only healers can do as well. So Skunk Stripe is going to have to be the one that charges crystal plants. It might be useful to bring at least one of them home for us to plant. I wish that... I know that there's like an in-progress warrior cat skill mod that says like, oh, when the cat reaches a certain level of medicine pet, then they are able to plant harvestables. But unfortunately, it's so in progress and is integrated with a mod that affects illnesses in pets that I don't use, because I have my own illnesses and stuff that I use, that I don't know if I want to use that mod quite yet. It's not in a stable way to add it to my game currently. If there was a way to like create my own illnesses easily, then that'd be something, but can't exactly do it. Actually, you know what? I just messed with my game a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel you harvesting. If having you talk to the plants worked, let's see if this works. I don't know if it will, but this could be a game changer. It'll still have the weird demon cat glitch, because there's no animation for cats harvesting. Oh goodness. But I know it's gonna give me the demon cat glitch. Yep, there it is. Wild... Excuse me, what? Okay, this is something we gotta be careful of. Because there's a bunch of horses around here. But you're harvesting the plants. I think we can take these home. We don't necessarily need Sandwich to be doing some hunting right now. You're going after a snake, but it's not venomous, so I'm not concerned. The lighting makes it look a little yellow, but it's just a stripe. It's fine. Okay, now you're stalking for prey. Makes sense. But once Sandwich is done, we are gonna head home. And apparently, like, 3 of these are probably good. How many did it say? 3 green crystals. 3 of these did have the green base, but I think we're gonna take some of these and plant them when we get home. I do feel like cats can logically bury stuff, so it makes sense to me that you'd bury some crystal flowers. I feel like you're gonna be kind of like... It just makes sense to me that in a world of magic, the healers of a clan could learn to use the magic in these plants to heal, but that could also mess with the magic exposure stuff. At the very least, like, this is supposed to help kind of take some of that magic poisoning away. So let's go ahead and have you two head home. And go take care of that kit. We'll have to figure out what to do about this. Oh my gosh, they are eating the plants. Now that we're figuring out that we can... Hello? Do we just freeze? Now we're figuring out how to plant stuff. This could be a game changer for us, but I do have some concerns. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so while our opposable thumbs are bearing a handful of these crystal plants because I want to do an experiment. Skunk Stripe, come here and take care of the baby, please. Okay, and then this is gonna take 3 of them. These say neutral, but there were some that started to have green on the base, so I'm gonna say that counts for now. In the future, that's not gonna count, but right now, because I did not realize that they were all gonna lose charge, in the future, it's not gonna count. But for now, we're saying it's fine. But just this once. Okay, this is just all our cats. Okay, fine. From now on, all of the rest of these are neutral. And it's worth trying to experiment with them, but, who knows? Okay. There's something deeply funny about the fact that as Skunk Stripe is turning to run in the opposite direction, she's completely unable to see that Beanstalk from Wild Clan is walking right past the territory. Everyone else is still in camp, everyone else is kind of still waking up for the day, but Beanstalk, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Can I come and see your face? Yeah, this might as well be happening. Are you about to walk through our territory, or are you gonna kind of skirt around it? Oh. Oh, you're walking right through the corner. Oh, you're gonna get your smell all over. You turned. You stopped and turned as you entered the territory. Is anybody nearby? Where are you going? Is anybody nearby? Wolfstar is about to be sniffed, is about to go and sniff Coattail. But why don't you come and sniff Beanstalk? Because we have had multiple incursions by cats of the other clans. Specifically Wild Clan. This is starting to get a little out of hand. Did you just appear out of nowhere? Alright, Beanstalk. Gonna give you a little sniff. What is your deal, anyway? According to the allegiances, they want to make friends and find a new family for themselves. They like to collect trinkets and watching insects, and they fear being alone forever and getting trapped in small spaces. Okay, you want to make friends. I don't think you're here to be hostile. Or at least I highly doubt it. I do think we're going to give you a little chat, and then we're gonna send you home. Because you're not exactly supposed to be here. You are a member of Den Leafblood, though. So, good to keep that in mind, but again, you're not supposed to stick around. So we are going to send you home. Go home. Oh, excuse me? Did you say no? Was that a no? Not that. Go home. No? You keep saying no! And Wolfstar's leaving. I guess, like, you've got a feather in your mouth. What are you doing? Maybe you were saying no because you had the feather in your mouth. Was that distracting you? You're saying advanced. I need to go with basic. Go home. No! Why do you not want to go home? Beanstalk! You are just... Are you having routing issues? If I get a notification saying Beanstalk is having routing issues, I would not be surprised. You did just give us a little feather. That's kind of adorable. But what was that for? You also just look so dazed. You alright? I'm a little concerned about you now. We're currently dealing with a kitten dealing with a little too much magic poisoning. Oh, where are you off to now? You're going into our camp. Or you're just heading to the fountain. Are you gonna sleep on the fountain? Or are you just gonna sit there? Oh, I wanted to get a screenshot of that. Oh well. I keep seeing this and thinking, oh, that's what Beanstalk's about to do. No, it's not. Well, maybe because you're not in the same spot anymore. Now can we send you home? Because you're in a different spot. Because sometimes it's a matter of you have to move the cat to a specific area and then... There we go. Stay safe on your journeys home. Or are you gonna get frozen in our territory at the very corner? I swear, if that's what happens. Okay, you're leaving. Alright. Take care. Who did you lose as a friend? Sundance, probably. Makes sense. Sundance can't keep a friend for the life of him. Yeah, you've got the exact same mood. Apparently you guys reached friend status and it's gone. Yeah, that tracks. And now, I've just rolled for an event that, when we actually get into the episode, we'll take a look at. For now, though, I'm just gonna enact part of it by Bristlebolt. I'm sorry, you almost got full energy. We're gonna send you out on a solo patrol for a little bit. What happens on that patrol, we'll see when we actually get into the meat of the episode, and that's just Pinecone. Always curious about what cats are running by, because we get a lot of stuff happening. Might be interesting to send you out... Let's send you out to do some hunting by the Echo Clan border, how about? I think that could be a good idea. And we'll see you when we properly start this episode. So you know it's been a little while, and Bristlebolt isn't the only cat who decided to go on patrol today. There's a few others. Although, they're taking a very interesting route to get to the lot I told them to go. Guys, where did you go? I saw them heading in this direction. You might have seen them in the distance. There they are. Wolfstar and Shelled Apple, and where's Pinecone? Pinecone was with them. Pinecone? She was trying to sleep. Okay, guys, we're going to the border. So, come on. This is kind of wrong part of the border that we were trying to visit. This is... Y'all literally crossed the border to get here. What? Because, like, this kind of invisible line here is the border, but you might notice they were specifically headed to here. The thing is, Bristlebolt's been out for a while and hasn't come back yet, so they kind of came out to check on her. The thing is, Bristlebolt's been gone for a while and hasn't come back for a while, so they kind of came out to check on them. And, I think it makes sense that they would probably notice Bristlebolt here. Who you may notice is not doing great. Bristlebolt somehow got horribly injured. How did it happen? They don't know. It is very close to the Echo Clan border, but there's also some very strong wolf scent in the area, and I'm not only saying that. I genuinely, when I brought Bristlebolt out here, there was like a wolf walking around out there, as well as an Echo Clan cat headed back towards the camp. So I don't know. I don't know what happened to Bristlebolt. Was it Echo Clan or was it a wolf, or could it be something else? I'm gonna have you quickly, like, urgently talk to Shelldapple. And Pinecone, when you finally get here, I think we're gonna send you to go and bring back Skunk Stripe, because Bristlebolt's got some really bad wounds. We don't know what got them. So we need you. We need somebody to go bring Skunk Stripe here so that she can check them over and make sure that they're not too terribly, like, make sure that it's safe to move them. But they've lost a lot of blood. And you're curling up and going to sleep. Do not go to sleep. Come over here. You know this is urgent too. And Wolfstar, you're gonna need to talk to her and explain the situation to her. Maybe Shelldapple can head back because Pinecone is clearly taking a while. We're not gonna goof around. You are going to head right back home. And you're going to go and talk to Skunk Stripe. And this is gonna be a back and forth little thing. Because you desperately need that information. You're stalking for me. I'm gonna say you're trying to pinpoint if there's any sense in the area. You're trying to, like, see, is there something out here that could have caused this? Pinecone, why don't you speak to Wolfstar? Because I think you need to... You're always a little bit behind. I kind of feel bad for Pinecone. But, like, she is kind of a little slacking. She does better when she's back at camp, but when she's out, she does not do great. That's what I'm noticing. So yeah, you kind of make sure everything is up to speed. Shelldapple is urgently on the way home. It's also very late in the day. We have to get this taken care of before midnight. That's the thing. My rule for this kind of grave injury has to be taken care of before midnight, and it was midday. Like, when I started this game, just loaded up right now after the time skip, it was 1 p.m. So we should have time, but this whole back and forth is gonna be difficult. Skunk Stripe is right there. Once you're here, you need to talk to her urgently. Yeah, you can just run through the ruins, that's fine. I don't know if I'm gonna include this, but in the time skip stuff that I show you, but I did do a little bit of funky stuff behind the scenes. We'll see if it works when it comes to plants and cats. You're gonna see a lot more demon cats, but we're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna say that it's just because there's missing animations that cats can't perform. If those animations were filled out, it'd be fine. But for now, there's gonna be weird stretching because cats can't do the things that Sims can. That humans can. Oh, this is Warrior, so yeah, they would be able to do certain stuff. Anyways, talk urgently. Let's see. While you're explaining, I'm gonna have you... After you're done talking, I'm gonna have you run over here. And yes, we're doing, like, actual amount of time it would take. we are on a ticking clock here. And just to make sure that you don't... We're going to ignore any color changes you get as a result of all this. Okay, you're off to go and play with a rock. I don't think it's that urgent. You can return alone if you have to. Sundance is just sleeping up here. And you can open this. And we are going to bring plasma bugs. We have 6 of them. We're gonna bring snake skins, maple leaves, and do we have peppermint? I feel like we've used up peppermint. Or maybe we don't have peppermint. Dang it, there's like a lot of stuff that we are just lacking. Alright. Now you have that, so now I need you to head out to the Echo Clan border. When the game is ready. Oh, it's trying to send you in a weird direction. If you can actually get there from inside the camp, I will be impressed. Nope, you're gonna get a routing fail. Yeah, I need you to come over here. Wait, actually, I'm gonna have you come here. Wolfstar caught a snake skin out there. Alright. And Skunk Stripe is on her way. We're gonna go save Bristlewold. They're gonna be okay. Meantime, you're presenting the snake skin to... Who are you Sir, come back. And don't drop it, either. You dropped it, didn't you? Putting this back in your inventory. What was that for? We need to figure out the mystery of how this happened. Pinecone is asleep. Wolfstar is definitely feeling a bit anxious. Stalking for prey, still trying to find some clues. You slowed down and started walking, excuse me. I swear my lighting settings have changed, because I'm definitely seeing a lot more of the pixeling of the game as opposed to the black fur. When I didn't used to. Alright, come here. I know you're here. Now run here urgently. We've got plenty of time. Okay, we have 6 hours to spare. Why are we going around? They're right there. Come on. Alright. So the thing is, Bristlewold has not 1, but 2 major injuries. So we are definitely going to be using a plasma bug. Going to use 3 maple leaves as well, just to be safe. I always forget what my specific rule is for injuries, but I think it's a matter of these reduce the severity of the injury. Or at least the, like how many I need to spend. And there's also a snake skin. Major injury I think requires more. And then there's a second major injury. We're gonna use another plasma bug. The blood loss is severe, so I think it's... Have I only been doing maple leaves? I thought I did snake skins as well. Oh well. I can't remember. I'm gonna do an extra snake skin just to be safe because I can't remember how many I've actually spent. Are you awake? Stand up. We're going to have to carefully carry Bristlebolt back. That's not something we can actually do in games, so... we are going to have to say... you are going to go here with Skunk Stripe and Wolfstar. Or I'm just gonna say... go here. Go here. And go here. If the game lets me, because they may say, oh, we can't actually go there. And you're going to walk. You're all going in different directions. Hello? This is fine. They'll make their way back, and once they actually do get back, I'm just gonna teleport Bristlebolt and say that they carried them, so... It was fairly urgent, and I think that this counts as you coming over to actually speak to everybody, so I'm gonna go ahead and just move all of this into your inventory and do the same with Wolfstar. A plasma bug, actually hugely useful. That replenishes one of the used ones. They also have a spider and a snake skin. Honestly, maybe you were gathering supplies. That could be it. You were gathering supplies. It looks like Sundance is awake and tried to catch something within the camp. It's like most folks are awake. You're about to interact with Coast Tail. You're off to use the dirt place. You are catching a venomous snake. Please be successful, because we can't have any deaths as a result of this. Thank you very much. And... nope, you didn't get it. Now I have to roll. Give me a moment. Snake failure. Cat is bitten, but thankfully the venom is non-lethal. Okay, well, you're going to end up in the medicine den regardless, so... but it's probably not very, like, it's just a bite. But you're still gonna want to get looked at, and right now, you're not as urgent as Bristlebolt. They gotta get looked at first. This also means that we've successfully brought them home. So I'm going to go ahead, send Skunk Stripe over here, and I think I can go ahead and teleport Bristlebolt here and have them sleep in the medicine den. Having successfully been carried home. Oh, Coast Tail. You also want to groom Skunk Stripe, that's fine. Okay, you're here, and Bristlebolt is there, and they are going to... you just want to groom everybody, don't you, Skunk Stripe? But for now, Bristlebolt, you sleep here. And once you're awake, you can start taking care of yourself. Meanwhile, Thornstripe, I feel like you do need to come and speak to Skunkstripe at least. Come here and socialize. And get treated. You're off to go and play with the toad. You can get stopped. You've still got supplies in your inventory, it's fine. It'll take like a bandage and a maple leaf. It's fine. Maybe 2 maple leaves just to be safe. Or 3. I feel like it would take 3. Because it's a minor injury, but it's also a snake bite, so we want to be safe, but it's not venomous. So we're going to go ahead and do 1 snake skin and 3 maple leaves just to be safe. It's not life-threatening, but we want to make sure like there's no bacteria in the bite, you know? And we can also just put everything back in here. You know, this was also a good opportunity for us to go ahead and clear out your inventory of healing items. Assassin Bug. Perfect for if there was a venomous snake bite, which you don't have, but if there was. And let's see, you're chatting, so we can get rid of your chip bags. And we can transfer over your maple leaves, your spider, and your snake skins. I have to keep an eye on who speaks to the healers, because that means I can transfer over the stuff that cats have collected. It may not do much for the stuff we catch may not do stuff for illnesses unless it's rainbow beetles and kits. We have rainbow beetles! Oh my gosh, that would have been what we needed for web kit. Instead I did this whole thing with the crystal plants, but you know what? It did let me figure out some stuff I want to try and implement in the future. And we'll see how that works. There is a venomous snake just in the camp, right by where the kids are playing. Sandwich? I need you to take care of that. Catch that snake. It should not be in the camp, right by a kit. If this snake does like end up being a problem, there's a 50% chance it's going after Wave Kit instead of Sandwich. That's what I'm saying. And it disappeared. Okay, you know what? First I'm gonna roll to see, did this snake attack, or... Since it disappeared, I think I'm just gonna roll anyway to see what happened. They'll do like a 50-50 to see who it affects. So, snake failure. Cat is bitten, but thankfully the venom is non-lethal. Okay. Cool. I've got my Magnus Archives die here. If I roll odds, it's Sandwich. Evens, it's Wave Kit. That's a 12 even. That means it bit Wave Kit, but Wave Kit is not too badly affected at least. But we want to make sure that you're safe. You're currently running around. Why don't you come run and speak to Skunkstripe? That could have been bad. Let's not beat around the bush. That could have been bad. Oh, look at the little kid on the run. And Sundance just caught a parakeet. Are you playing with the other kit? Or you're about to? It's my own fault there's so many brambles, but it's annoying when all the cats decide to just spend time because I can't look at them or get screenshots of them. Okay, you're gonna make sure that everybody's taken care of. Wave kit, we're gonna go ahead and use same amount of items. Oh, you can't open that. Only you can. So we're going to use 1 snake skin and 3 maple leaves to make sure that there's no infection. It's still a bite. We still want to keep it clean. Still a snake bite. We still want to be safe. It's also 1 day until Leaf Bear, which will probably happen overnight. Oh, look at that fog. Can't see anything in that. Oh, those clouds look ominous. I can see shooting stars, but that just looks scary. Like, the sky is too light for night, and the clouds too dark in comparison. This looks like daylight, but it's almost midnight. This is ominous. What do y'all think? Sundance is now guarding the medicine den. That's kind of adorable. I kind of love the fact that I made it so there's no warriors then, because like the warriors will scatter and sleep wherever they choose, just kind of making sure everybody stays safe. That's the intention behind my decision, and I love how it works. You'll see warriors just kind of like scattered, sleeping wherever they choose, but it also means that they can be on alert if there's an emergency. I think that's the first time I'm seeing a fox in the territory. This is the first time I've seen a fox in Ruin Clan's territory, and it's the part of the territory I haven't actually fleshed out. Because I still have this side that I don't know what to do with. It could be good for adding some of the herbs that we've neglected to add on this side. Maybe. Oh, hello. Why do you two keep sleeping next to each other recently? You're not supposed to be close. You aren't close. Like, you're not even friends. You don't care about each other that much beyond you're raising kids together. So why are you always together? It's kind of funny to me. It's like there is a bond there. Even if it's not even a bond of friendship, there's something there. There's a connection, even if it's not necessarily one of friendship. I'm trying to like figure out how do I explain it? I don't know. Anybody have an idea for why they're always sleeping next to each other or spending time with each other when they don't like each other much? This is not dislike. When you're off to come and... How about before you just straight up pounce, why don't you have a conversation? I mean, that's what most folks do. You can pounce afterwards, but... Chat beforehand. Coast Tail's... I think you woke up Coast Tail. Look at her eyes. Okay, she's off. To go and eat a cardinal, yeah. Oh, they're awake! They're awake! Bristlebollt! Don't stalk for prey. Why don't you come and get something to eat first? There's a nice bug you can come and eat. And then I can send you to scratch on a scratching post, but we can't have you do any strenuous activity. Sandwich did catch a goldfinch. I did send a bunch of cats who've woken up to do some hunting. We actually need to clean you up. Give me a moment. Alright. The blood's gone, but we do have some pretty bad scarring. Oh, and the fox is apparently unable to age up. I'm sure that's fine. Meanwhile... yeah, you've got some pretty bad scarring. I tried to keep it ambiguous whether it could have been caused by a cat, or a wolf, or something else. I'd like to know your guys' input on what caused this. And they're gonna have to be the one to tell the story. Shelved Apple did just catch a plasma bug, which is very useful considering recent events. Since a lot of cats are awake, I'm also going to go ahead and roll on the event randomizer. Let's go ahead, go to events. Viperfang and Moston have a problem with the current leadership of Wild Clan. Ooh. Honestly kind of makes sense. Because, well, at least with Viperfang it does. Because Viperfang wants to be leader at any cost and put the other clans in their place and enjoys manipulating the cats around him. Maybe, what does, who was it? Moston. What does Moston say? She wants to get revenge on the cats who wronged her, and she enjoys speaking to cats outside her clan. She was betrayed by her best friend, so she does not trust easily. She could be easily manipulated by Viperfang. There's stuff going on behind the scenes in Wild Clan. And it sounds like Viperfang may be trying to make a move for leadership role soon. This could get very interesting. Wolfstar is now an expert of slithery creatures. Wolfstar will always successfully catch any reptiles or snakes. Excellent! So now we can send you after any snakes that may be trying to attack the kits now, huh? Can't have that happen again. Shelled Apple, is that your second plasma bug of the day? It is! Okay, yeah. You're really trying to stay on top of making sure nobody dies of blood loss after what happened. Oh no, do not pounce on Bristlebolt. I see that. You're going to chat, alright? I see you have the desire to playfully pounce, but you cannot do that. They are recovering. You may chat, but you may not pounce. Get off. Get off, come on. Is that a raccoon? Oh my gosh, there's a raccoon. It's not sticking around though, it's leaving. Great. There's always a good chance that someone's run through the territory and they just haven't noticed, always. Hello? Saw something on the edge of the territory right around here. Oh, that's just Wave Kit. What are you doing out here, little one? Off to go and scratch a scratching post. Okay. Oh, look. Now here's something. Okay, you are currently scratching on a scratching post. I'm gonna have you come here and charge these with kindness, because we have a kit who has... We have a kit with magic poisoning. I'm gonna have you charge this with kindness. Charge this with... Let's go with laughter. And we'll charge this one with love. We're gonna see a couple of demon cats, but it's fine. And after that, we're gonna water these. You can't weed. Yep. So you're gonna go full demon cat. This is fine. The demon cat always makes me laugh. It's pretty hilarious. The tail does not need to be there, though. Sorry. Okay, this one is now charged at 27%. We're gonna try and keep it up with these. And I am saying that only the healers can make these charged. Or cats with magic. I might do that. Cats with magic can affect the crystal plants, meaning we could also get Coast Tail's ability. You can also... We're not gonna neutralize. But we can try again in 17 minutes. Hello? That's soon. See, this is charged at 27%. Sundance could probably charge these as well, because I feel like Sundance has a tiny bit of magic from the freckles, but it's probably not enough to affect stuff. Coast Tail, I feel, is a little bit more blatant because the tail is literally blue. Everyone's just gathered here now. Cool. Everyone likes to gather close to the whole thing, and it kind of bugs me a little bit. Okay, you're gonna go around taking care of the plants, making sure they don't wither. We aren't gonna weed the plants. I don't know if that's gonna affect their growth, but it will be interesting. Okay, you can actually... Let's try and have you charge that one with kindness. Because you're not a healer, I'm gonna say you can only do it once. Well, let's actually bring you here because I think Skunk Stripe is about to go on to that one. You were just kind of sliding across the floor for a moment. Why don't you do the blue one? I feel like you could probably do the blue one. Couple of demon cats. This is... This is fine. The demon cats are fine. This is just hilarious. This is fine. Okay. It's charged at 54% now. Okay. It's fine. Everybody seems to be awake right now, so I'm going to go ahead and roll for another event. And let's see what we get. That doesn't count. Bristable suggested Thornstrike. We can't do that because you're kind of confined to the camp right now. That's placeholder. Can't use that. Coast Tail spends the day playing with our kids and looking after them. Simple, but we can do that. Where's Coast Tail? You're trying to distract Wolfstar. Why don't you... Where are your kids? This little one is here. And you are way out here. You know, this kid's closer and isn't doing as great. Why don't you give WebKit some special attention? Take care of your baby. You want to be best friends with WebKit too. Why not? Take good care of your baby. You're best friends with WaveKit, but not WebKit yet. Let's fix that. WebKit's gonna need the crystal plants very soon. I'm also gonna have you do a little groom. Take care of your baby. Wait, where are you going? Just use it. Just do it nearby. You can do that. I can say pee here, and that's fine. Oh, hello? I'm sorry, have I accidentally unlocked gardening skill? Well, we don't need an apple seed, but... You got a bunch of seeds just from doing that. Am I unlocking gardening skill for Skunk Stripe because of what I've done? You know what? Sure. Sure, I'll take it. I'll take it. This could actually be super useful in the future. We won't be able to get seeds for... We won't be able to get harvest for a little while because we are about to be facing, we're about to be facing Leaf Bear, so there's gonna be snow and all that. But, can you plant? You cannot. That's the one thing you can't do, is you can't plant these. I feel like you should be able to, or... Oh, hang on. You can! Hello?! Okay. I don't know how this is gonna work, but... Okay, you can't, actually. These I'm gonna have to use the opposable thumbs for. But otherwise, there would not be a point aside from making sure that the cats don't get taken away. So, plant here. You go ahead and take care of these and head back. Sundance, you want to groom Skunk Stripe? I don't know if you're close enough for that, actually. Oh, you're friends. Huh. Okay. You don't got a lot of friends, but I guess you have a lot of respect for the healer. So, you know, makes sense. You also want to hiss at a raccoon. I don't think the raccoon is here anymore. That's tiger pelts! I was like, oh, that's just thorn stripe. No, that's not! How about you don't do that? I think that you're gonna be wondering... Is that tiger pelt? Is that... What the heck is tiger pelt? That's pinecone. Tiger pelt! Ginger cats. Oh my gosh. You're at least a normal ginger. Not the confusing dark ginger that everybody else seems to be. No, you're not gonna socialize. You're gonna chase off Lot and see what happens. I feel like there's definitely stuff going on with Wild Clan. Definitely there's stuff going on with Wild Clan. But Sundance is gonna take you running through the territory right past him lightly. Prepare to get chased away, or not. Fight. Oh boy, yep. And there we go. Yep, this tracks. Okay. This tracks. What is Wild Clan doing on our turf right now anyway? And we lost. I do feel like Tiger Pelt is reasonable enough that he'll go home anyway. But, oh my gosh, Sundance is gonna be humiliated. I don't think that this is, like... I feel like this is gonna be, like, a deeper rivalry with you. So I'm bringing that down even more. Doesn't look like Tiger Pelt got hurt. So let's go ahead and we're sending you home. You're not going home because like you lost. You're going home because like this was pointless. Like what was the point of that? And you don't go trying to play with that. You got a serious wound. It's not a grave wound, so let's at least see what the damage is here. Wound outcomes. Cat is injured on their neck. It's not a grave wound at least, but go ahead and take care of that wound, or at least add it. And then Skunk Stripe can take care of it. And she'll have been right there watching. Alright. Skunk Stripe is gonna be chatting with Sundance like, what happened? Exactly. Like, I guess, like, Tiger Pelt just, like, kind of ran by, like, the entire leadership of Ruin Clan, which is like, what were you doing here in the first place? But Sundance definitely wasn't gonna let that go. Because that's Sundance for ya. Luckily, you're not running low on healing items. Let's just go ahead and use that snake skin you got. And then 3 maple leaves, because it's moderate. But my gosh. After this, you come and sleep here. And you clearly have some needs to take care of, so why don't we go ahead and have you stalk for prey. You might as well try and find some items that you can use. Pinecone found a spider. Useful. Everything is always a lot more dramatic than it needs to be, in my opinion, in this clan. Pinecone? What are you doing out there? Stalking for prey? Okay. I saw the ginger blur in the same area. It's like, what is that? It's Pinecone. That dark ginger is too common. I need more cats of the normal ginger like Sundance. Why did both of your kits have to be gray? Why couldn't one of them have been ginger like you? Bristlebull caught an emerald tree boa snake while I was messaging my sister back. It's in that same area where the one previously was. I'm glad you successfully caught it, but you should not be doing a lot of strenuous activity. My gosh. Okay, well, we're gonna just put it in the fresh kill pile. Maybe one of the kids will eat it in revenge. Also looks like everybody's about to go to sleep. And I'm not gonna lie, between how long the time skip took, like how much recorded footage I had when I put it all together, it was honestly the length of a normal episode. Some of it may not be used, but between that and what I've recorded so far, which is about the same amount of time, I might wrap the episode up here. I know that this hasn't gone on as long as I normally do, but I feel like it just kind of makes sense to wrap it up here. Everyone's kind of going to sleep. There's not really much that's going to happen. The kids are about halfway to becoming apprentices. I might do a longer time skip. I could also like try and keep things a little more peaceful. Who knows? But guys, for now, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know any of your thoughts. If you have any ideas for what you want to see, if you have any thoughts about what the heck is going on in Wild Clan, or who it was that attacked Bristlebolts near the, or what it was that attacked Bristlebolt near the Echo Clan border, let me know, and I will see you in the next episode. Stay safe out there, everybody.